In this video, we're going to talk about the US dollar, gold, and oil, and reference to all of the stuff we have coming in the next few days. The markets are likely to heat up. Let's get started. So to start off this video, I want to show you guys at least where I am personally positioned as we go into the next few days. In the next few days, we have GDP numbers, we have Jerome Powell speaking, and we have core PCE numbers, all of which are likely to move the markets. However, gold is already making a good sized move here. I actually picked up gold earlier this week here, and price has just shot off of this area of support. And at this point, I have my stop loss trailed, and we are currently in profit. Now, what you can see here is right below my screen here, we've got the open P&L. I'm floating just under about $2,000 on this trade at this time, and I've trailed my stop loss about halfway of that distance. So my goal here with oil, and I'll show you this, this is pretty important. We are at a key level of resistance as we speak right now. This 92.5 level, which for oil has been a major barrier as previously we sold off, what I've gone ahead and done in my trade management phase here is I've trailed my stop loss just below this market structure. So for those of you guys who are also watching oil, let's keep an eye on this level and see if we can hold it, because if this level does hold and we break out higher, then great news. I can trail this stop further and let this trade run. But if the market does decide to break back underneath, I will stop out and take my profits on this trade. I should also mention that this video is sponsored by our Discord community, which is a place where you can see the trades that are being taken by myself and my co-trader host Frank, who comes on the live streams pretty often. So check this out. Inside the Discord community, you can see the trades that we are taking in full details, and explanations are provided with every trade that is being shared. The point with this is it's not a copy and paste service. It is a service that allows you to see the trades that we're taking, but more importantly, why we're taking them, with pictures and screenshots and ideas behind the trade, so that you actually learn something from the service. Also, you can see, like I mentioned, Frank's trades. He's sharing things like right now, I think he's short gold, which has been a phenomenal trade for him. He's floating like 3,400 pips as of this morning, which is amazing. And we also share our options trades and stock trades. So I also do some options trading, which you can see all of the details here for as well. And then Frank does some stock trading. He buys and sells stock shares as well. So if any of this would be useful to you, we trade currencies, we trade indices, we trade gold, we trade stocks, and we trade options. So we're very busy in there between myself and Frank. And we also have some coaching webinars that Ivan does as well. So check out the link down below in the description where you can actually chat with someone on our staff to get a membership today. So the first link in the description will take you here where you can click chat now, and you can message one of our support members to get access to the membership community for 15% off today. So if you message us, again, just ask for the discount, ask for more details. If you want some examples or track record details, just message us using the link down below in the description. Now back to the video. So that's my thought process on oil, but let's now also take a look at gold, who my trading partner Frank is currently short on gold, and I'm super jealous. He sold gold around 1925, which was around this area. We had a major rejection, and basically he was looking for the rebound. He sold it in this area, and his trade is a monster trade. And I, like I said, am super jealous about that trade. The goal here for gold, as indicated by our conversations on the live stream, is, to watch this level very closely. The dollar strength here recently has been super persistent. And I mentioned I'm going to talk about the dollar in just a moment. In fact, I don't think you can really look at gold without referencing the dollar because of how important fundamentally these two things go hand in hand. However, price action wise, let's start here on the daily chart. If you're watching gold, guys, here's something to consider. If this level breaks, you have to ask yourself, where are we going next? If price breaks this level of support, gold really doesn't have any levels of obvious support until you get down all the way to 1818, which is a long ways away. That is a steep drop, and it is hovering right around kind of the last line of defense here, at least from what I can tell. So if you're watching gold, be very, very careful on the long side. This market does look like it is primed to continue to fall lower. And again, for people who are also short on gold, with Frank or, inside of the group, we've just caught such a massive move there. I should say, not me. I wish. I've got the oil going, which is great, but gold continues to look super bearish and we stay bearish on it. The EDGEFINDER has a bearish reading on gold. We're getting some strong readings on the economic figure side as well as the sentiment side that have shown some selling in the gold world. I want to show you the smart money tracker because this might add some clarity. Okay, so we're looking at the smart money tracker, and this basically shows us the inside scoop on the hedge funds and small banks and what they're up to. When we take a look at the net institutional positioning right now, it's an ugly story for gold. Not necessarily gold itself. Gold futures actually saw a little bit of a tick up in bullishness last week, but what's really scary is this US dollar absolute dominance. Look at the net change column. This shows us in terms of positioning what the latest change was, and institutional money, big money, went big on the US dollar. And you can see big money is swimming in it at this point because the dollar index is one of the most bought assets on the EDGEFINDER's smart money tracker. And you can see the dollar index is just flying higher here as we speak today. Shorting dollar has been one of the hardest trades, and I'm very glad that I am not in that camp. I've been pretty dollar bullish, and especially bullish after seeing all of this COT data showing just signs and evidence that institutional money is loading the boat when it comes to dollar index. So how do we trade this? I mentioned this on my live stream here today, but there's nothing in terms of what the dollar index is doing that makes me want to sell it or buy it. Now, what I mean by that is I am bullish, but I have to wait for a pullback. So a pullback to 105.4 looks interesting on the US dollar index, but no interest in shorting this because this thing could continue to float higher as fundamental pressures look really strong. Yields are on the rise. We have Jerome Powell, who has pretty much stayed very, very hawkish and continued to push that narrative, which has driven the dollar higher. US economic data overall looks pretty strong compared to the rest of the world, and currencies are all about trading against relative to one another. So, for example, when we look at the euro, look at this. The euro has just been beaten up by this really strong dollar dominance. And again, COT data gave us kind of an early warning sign. And looking across the algorithm's findings on the EDGEFINDER, you can see that there is just a massive bias to dollar bullishness right now. You can see in terms of USD/JPY, very bullish. Dollar Swiss, bullish. Dollar ZAR, bullish. Dollar CAD, bullish. Flip it around and we see Aussie dollar, pound dollar, euro dollar, Kiwi dollar, and gold. All of these are getting very bearish readings. I actually have not seen the dollar be this bullish on the EDGEFINDER in quite a while, and it's been this way for actually several weeks. So it's been calling this move really nicely, and it'll be very interesting to see if this continues to persist. One of the reasons that I am long oil is because the EDGEFINDER helped me find that trade. When looking at the factors here, we have a +8, so COT looks bullish, retail sentiment looks bullish, seasonal biases, meaning the month of September historically bullish, the trend is to the upside, GDP figures, inflation, all of these pointing towards a more bullish environment for oil. And that's part of the reason why, again, you can see I'm in that trade right now. So we use the EDGEFINDER to kind of help find those trade setups, but then we use technicals to actually spot entries. So even though the EDGEFINDER is bearish on euro dollar, the question will be, can we actually get the pullback in order to perhaps short these things? So when I'm looking at euro, the question would be, you get this break and retest, can we get a pullback to like the 50% retracement, which offers some nice level of past support that could turn into resistance. So I'm trying to be patient on some of these dollar crosses. Fortunately, like I mentioned, I've already got the oil trade going, so I'm not like in a rush to enter a bunch of trades. But if we do get pullbacks later this week, perhaps on GDP figures or something Jerome Powell says, if anything happens there may be an opportunity in my view to try and get back on the short side for some of these pairs. Another one is of course the pound USD, which is on my watch list, but this one is so sold off and I have to wait for a pullback on this one as well. So really nothing to do anytime soon on the pound dollar. The dollar yen also kind of interesting, but again, hard to really buy this chart until we get a nice pullback in my personal opinion. So I'm looking at this 50% past resistance could turn into support. That's where I'm at with the dollar yen. I'm looking for pullback buys on this chart particularly. If you guys would like a copy of the EDGEFINDER, there is also that same link where you can chat with people on our team. If you'd like a copy of the software, just message us, let us know that you're interested in getting a copy, and we'll give you some information, some pricing options, that sort of thing. Thank you guys very much for tuning into today's video. Stay safe. This is a wild market we're trading in right now, and dollar strength is just relentless. It's been a really crazy thing to watch. So stick around for more content. Make sure hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, and I'll give you more trade ideas throughout the week. Thanks for watching. If you're looking to improve as a trader, we've got some cool free resources here that I wanted to share as we close today's video. Down below in the description, there is a link to join our Discord channel or our Telegram channel. And we also have our website, a1trading.com, where traders can get access to free course material to help you improve as a trader. Remember, we are also live Monday through Friday on this channel around 9:30 a.m. US Eastern, broadcasting most live news events and that sort of thing. So hope to see you there. And also, we do have a couple videos here showing up on the screen. If either of these seems like it might be helpful to you, then make sure to click here or here, and we'll see you there.